Welcome to Rockingham, North Carolina, here to the Rockingham Speedway. Tonight we got 160 laps here from Rockingham, the Stampede Racing League race number 2. Last week we went to Daytona and came away with a very fun race to watch and a very close finish. And tonight we're going to come back here to Rockingham. So qualifying just getting underway now, as we had 10 minutes for one lap to set one lap, so we'll see who's on the racetrack right now. Currently, Giovanni Klein on the racetrack as he starts his only lap. So let's see, he's going to take the outside lane. Typically, Rockingham better on the outside lane compared to the bottom, but the bottom is really going to want to save your tires tonight. That's going to be a big factor tonight, but we'll see. Mostly these guys in qualifying probably run the middle of the outside lane, as Giovanni Klein running the middle of the outside, ripping the wall pretty much here off of turn 4. His only lap. Let's see where that will put him. 23.693. I'll put him pole for now, because he is the only driver to set his lap, as Meredith's just set a lap as well.
Here's Brock Morris. Giovanni Klein was fastest in practice, so can he keep up that speed in the qualifying? Looks like so far he's first. Only 2 drivers have set a lap time. Meredith way off the paces. Oh, there goes Jared Skinner, top of the board. 29 thousandths of a second faster than Mark Kissenweather. Actually goes second.
Okay, so we have 5 drivers setting a lap so far. There is Sebastian Marin.
He goes 2 tenths quicker. Oh, the field
to the top. He was also another one very fast in practice as well.
This is Nathan Fryer. I believe he already completed his lap. He must have hit the outside wall or something. Same with Dwayne Young. They did 1 lap but did not finish the lap. No one else on the racetrack right now. So, one thing to note, you can clearly see on the stream, is pretty foggy here, so the temperature could be changing a little bit here and there throughout these 8 minutes. You never know how long it really takes to cool down the racetrack. Really just kind of random sometimes, but Cole Steiner on the racetrack right now. Same with Dylan Chappell, Craig Martin, Kyle Taub. A lot of drivers coming on the racetrack here late. A little later than the other 7 drivers that already set a lap time.
Okay, here comes off of turn number 4. Cole Steiner going to start his lap time. Way up against the wall in 1 and 2. Keeps it off of it there, barely. Down the back straightaway.
About 3 tenths
so
slower than
the difference.
Yeah, Sebastian Marin, low slow there. Sector 2, second half of the lap, crossing line here.
Diver to the apron, Cole Snyder with that time at 23.425.
He goes third.
It's in third.
Ooh, Kyle Top sliding across the line. He's spinning, but that's not going to count for his lap. Here's Dylan Chappell. It's actually Craig Martin. Did cross the line there, but he's very slow.
Here through 1 and 2 there is that 55 machine of Craig Martin.
And he's already complete his lap. He's just getting some more laps in practice, I guess, kind of using qualifying as practice right now.
You're just getting his getting some practice in there, as we only have 8 to set a time so far. Currently, only 2 drivers can set their lap time. That would be Josh Arnold and Donnie Kites. Josh Arnold into turn 1 now. Let's do what he does. Down the back straightaway, Josh Arnold looking good so far. Gonna drive it off into 3 and 4. Gonna get way up against that outside wall. Here to Sebastian Marin. He's a little bit slower in turn in sector 1, in sector 2. A little bit slower as well, but a 4/10 difference there. I'll put him in P7.
Here comes Donnie Kite on the racetrack right now. See what happens here.
It's our final driver to set a lap time. Let's see if Donnie Kite can pick up some pace from what he found in qualifying. If he can catch Sebastian Marin.
Down the back show, let's see the time is here. About 3/10 off. Marin really good in 1-2, seems like. Ooh, up the racetrack. Kite goes in the outside wall. Might have been contact there. We'll see if this lap's counts, but set up the racetrack quite a bit. Let's go put him in 8th.
Yeah, he got. I think he made a tag of the wall there, but not enough to trigger a contact in iRacing. So he will take. He will be the last driver to set his time. So that will be. Everyone has set their lap time. So that leaves us with about 4 minutes of left in this session as some drivers taking some extra practice laps. But Sebastian Marin will be the pole sitter. So while this clock kind of runs down, these drivers will get a little bit of a break before the race. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back for the start here from Rockingham.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
Welcome back here to Rockingham. We are back here to start this race. There are drivers on the grid so far here from Rockingham. Saw just a couple minutes ago, Sebastian Marin takes the pole by 0.2 of a second over Jared Skinner. So we're going to take a quick look at our starting lineup for tonight's race here from Rockingham. So starting on P1 is Sebastian Marin and Jared Skinner on the front row. We'll get that graphic up here in just a moment. But overall, I think tonight will be a very tough race on the tires. I mean, typically you want to run the bottom to save your tires, and you want to run the top to pass and try and find some speed up there. But we'll see how long these drivers will stick to the bottom to save their tires. For this race. I mean, you can also see a little bit of different strategy as well. But there's our graphics. So Sebastian Marin on the pole with a 23.425. Jared Skinner will start alongside him in P number 2. Third will be Cole Steiner, and fourth will be Mark Kissweather. Starting in fifth, running our top 5 is the 5 car of Giovanni Klein. The 05 for Brock Morris will start alongside him, and that 6 car, and in the 6th position. 7th position will be the 22 of Josh Arnold. Donnie Kite will start 8th. 9th will be Nathan Johnson, and starting 10th will be Zachary Meredith. Starting 11th will be Craig Martin. Alongside him will be the Dylan Chappell. 13th will be Nathan Fryer, and 14th will be Kyle Taub. And running our 15 car field for tonight will be the 45 of Dwayne Young.
I see a little Aaron Brown action there, but just a glitch right there. Just right there. But anyways. Pace stops underway. Gonna go down the lane one time here just to see where your pit box is. And I mean, you don't typically get to do this in an official race or most league races. So how important do you think that is if we make a green flag pit stop or even during yellow, just to see exactly where your pit box is, just visually, because it's a little different, when you go down pit lane for the first time on your yellow in an official race or something like that. You don't know exactly where your pit box is. It's kind of unique here in this league.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a help. I've done it before in another league. I've raced before. It's typically more about getting to see your pit stall instead of actually coming down pit road and setting your tachometer, because you can actually see your speed going down pit road, unlike they can in real life. But yeah, it's definitely a big help. You can see your pit stall, especially if now there's not that many cars here, only about 15. But normally in a league where you have about 45 cars, you have to share some stalls. Your stall could be all the way up front at the start of pit road instead of the back. Even though if you qualify about towards the very back of the field, it could be all the way up front, and that could be it could throw you off, especially if you come down pit road for the first time under green wall or under pit pace caution. So you kind of know where your pit stall will be, but as everyone getting out of pit road now, they're going to double it back up and go green this time by, I believe, they can quickly get back going.
Yeah, kind of like you said, I think it's just important to see your pit stall at least one time before the race. I mean, not something you get to do a lot in official or anything like that, but it's something unique, it's just a little help there, but it's going green this time by. It's a pretty good length race, 160 laps here at Rockingham. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Sebastian Marin gonna take it down to the restart zone. Well, there's not really a visible restart zone here. There are 2 lines on the racetrack. It'll be kind of hard to spot out. The race car gonna take that hard left turn on the pit road. We're underway here from Rockingham. As Sebastian Marin hits the loud pedal, he's gonna be easily get clear. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin actually. And now he's gonna go down into turn number 1. He's gonna be clear. He's gonna stick to the bottom for now though.
A great job from him. Single file through the front 2, side by side for third. That's Cole Center's caution is out already. That's Dylan Chappell around and hard and outside in turn 2. He might be stuck in the wall. No, he is. He's reversing it back down the racetrack, but caution out early in this one on lap number 1.
So early on there, that will be the first caution is going down into turn number 1 here. We saw Dylan Chappell. He goes into turn 1, and Kyle Taub just kind of gets into him. Behind him, just not expecting, I guess, to check up a little bit too early, and Kyle Taub just gets into the 17 there.
Nathan Fryer kind of finishes him off there, but nowhere for Fryer to go, actually. But unfortunate for Chappell there, but I don't believe he got sustained too much damage there. They do not have a fast repair for tonight, but doesn't look like the 17 car got too much damage on his right front. So he should be able to keep going and go strong here. So, probably might prefer tires here, but you only have 4 extra sets of tires, so For 160 laps, especially at a track like this, it's gonna be pretty demanding on the tires. But pacing right now, caution came out early as pace lights are still on.
Yeah, early caution here, so we'll probably get 2 to green. We'll probably take the 1 to go this time by, but Kyle Taub, only driver to pit there as well. So Dylan Chappell just going a little spin, maybe a little bit of contact. He's going to stay on the racetrack. Now he doesn't have any damage, but Kyle Taub will come down pit road and top it off. He also will be getting an EOL penalty for the incident caused there from race control. So he's already going to be in the back anyways. Doesn't hurt to come down and top it off anyways. But Sebastian Marin quickly, he got out to the lead quickly and cleared, so he stuck to the bottom. So I think that will be the key. You'll see some of these drivers, they might fall back pretty early and they'll stick to the bottom, but eventually those tires are going to be better.
Yeah, they only get 4 extra sets of tires, and it's about five sets in total. So quick math here would be around 30 laps, give or take, 32, 33, give or take laps per tire set. So it's a pretty good range there for Rockingham. Rockingham's known for aggressive tire wear, just the banking and how rough the surface is. Kind of like Darlington type situation we saw at Friday night in the next gen car. But they're very similar tire wear racetracks, I guess, from my driving experience.
Yeah, especially Rockingham, very tough on the tires, and you're going to easily eat up that right front, especially how aggressive and bumpy the banking is here. You kind of drive it in deep a little bit, you slide up kind of diamond, it's very easy to overheat your right front and kind of burn off that right front. So keeping on top of your front tires there is going to be important.
But they didn't really get a chance to even get those tires heated up yet, but about to go green here on lap 4, coming to 5. It's pretty much, the order is pretty much the same as the starting order. I don't think anything changed really at all, but anyways, we're going green this time by. Pace car is off. Here we go.
And pace car's off, going to the research zone. We're back underway here from Rockingham. Sebastian Marin quickly on the loud pedal. He gets out to rockets out to the lead by a couple tenths of a second. So Jared Skinner hops back in line, and Mark Kissweather hops up to the outside lane to drive around Cole Steiner for second. He's going to dive to the inside of Jared Skinner for second. As there you see the big run off the corner, but you got to be careful. Don't want to use it too much. You're going to easily burn through your right front tire.
Well, the run Kissweather all had off of 2. Skinner must have just got a bad exit, but Skinner's still in third, so not too far off. Obviously only lost 1 position there. Here comes Javon Klein up to 4th.
Yeah, you got almost 3 wide there towards the middle there, but down into turn number 3. Josh Arnold on the bottom, Donnie Kite up top. You see 76 back there as well, up top as well. Nathan Johnson. You still see what strategies these drivers will play if they want to get up top, trying to get some early track position, or trying to sit down on the bottom, just save your stuff and just kind of let the field kind of go around you. As currently you got a couple drivers sticking to the bottom. You see Brock Morris, he's just stuck to the yellow line right there, glued to the yellow line as much as he could, try and save those front tires. As Donnie Kite, he goes around the outside. So the contact side by side with Arnold and Morris there off a turn. Doing Young off a turn 2. Coming almost out of the inside wall. As he's going to keep it together.
Don't chop on the outside wall in the inch of 3. But Mark Kissweather closing the gap now on Sebastian Marin as Marin run the outside lane, everyone else on the inside. Interesting strategy from 23 Machine, but he's getting chased down from Mark Kissweather right now.
And Marcus Weather's chasing him down a little bit. You're running about to the middle of the top lane. Marin way up the racetrack. I feel like he's trying to pull away, use up the outside, but I think maybe just a little bit too far up there. Guess was able to make a little bit more pace, just about maybe half a lane to a lane off the top. But now off of turn 2, Marin start to pull away just a little bit. Staying actually around the same speed there as Marin hops down to the middle now. He's going to drive it way up there. So he's entering middle and drifting up all the way to the wall, and then coming out off the wall, actually in the corner.
Yeah, stage is not 48, so he's still a long way to go. About 38 more laps as Kiss won the outside wall, into the outside wall actually. But 75% fuel, so they should be able to make it to the stage. But right now, the top three have broken away big time over Giovanni Klein and the rest of the field. You guys are still kind of battling here for that 4th place spot. It's Cole Snyder behind Giovanni Klein, the 5 machine.
Giovanni Klein pulling away a little bit from Cole Steiner here for 4th. As top 3 are gone compared to the rest of the field, multiple seconds ahead. But down the back straightaway, everyone trying to pretty much single file in line so far. No one really trying to make any too aggressive moves so far yet. Trying to pace their way around and try and just get to the stage at the end of lap 48.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these different lines play out here. Whose tires are going to wear the most and whose tires are going to wear the least. Typically, it's the inside lane that wears the least. Those who run the inside the most, but you don't really typically know until exactly race conditions. But you're in the race conditions, exactly what lane wears out which tire and how much it actually wears out. So sometimes conditions matter, and it's a little as you can see, it's pretty foggy here in Rockingham. So could make a little difference here, but usually typically the outside lane wears those right front tires out a lot more than the inside lane. A little side-by-side contact here as actually one car on the outside wall. It's Nathan Johnson at 76 machine off of 4. This Giovanni Klein is Cole Snyder still going at it for our 4th place spot. Klein pulls away quite a bit from Snyder there. A little side-by-side as Nathan Johnson got around Brock Morris, and Morris falling back on the inside lane. That's kind of what I was talking about. The outside looking really good early on here. Will that play off though? So he goes all the way down to 11th place. Brock Morris struggling early on in this row.
It was honestly kind of surprising here for me, but Mark Kisswiller staying close to our race leader. He's trying to find his way by Sebastian Marin, as Marin was miles quicker in qualifying compared to most of the field, multiple tenths faster. But Marcus Weather finding some race pace in that 15 machine. He's putting a threat up to the race lead of Sebastian Marin.
Yeah, Jared Skinner also fell off really quick here. He's about a second off of Mark Kisswiller, a little bit more in a second actually. Kisswiller falling back a little bit also. He made a mistake off of 2 there. Down to half a second between him and Sebastian Marion. Is he actually in the outside wall? Sparks flying.
Yeah, so he's been running the top a couple laps, and I think the right front's trying to getting a little bit of heat into it. Typically, you run the top to the right front, but you put a lot of heat in that right front tire when you're running the top. I think that's kind of what happened. I think just with kind of running the top, trying to chase down Marin, and then Marin kind of fending him off for a couple laps. Running the top as you see Marin's back to the bottom now. That's actually, no, it moves to the top there in 3 and 4. It was ran to the bottom there in 1 and 2 last time by.
Yeah, most of the field pretty separated here, but we have a pretty big mid-pack here, still pretty close together, led by Giovanni Klein. You got Cole Snyder, Donnie Kite, Nathan Johnson. These guys have been pretty close throughout these last 20 laps or so once we went back green on lap 5. We kind of all hit the wall there on the outside, but we'll see as almost 2 by 2 here for this 6th place spot. Donnie Kite leading the charge, but behind him is Nathan Johnson. Actually, Kyle Taub, excuse me, Nathan Johnson behind Taub. A side-by-side for 4th place up ahead. Actually, that's a lap car, actually, but lap car involved. That's Dwayne Young side-by-side with Giovanni Klein. Klein slides behind the lap car, actually, of Dwayne Young. That's slowing down quite a bit. So here comes Snyder, and this is going to reel back everyone in back to this battle for 4th as the mid-pack getting close together.
Yeah, it's going to slow down the Dwayne Young trying to get out of the way out of the top lane. Kind of accidentally slowed down the 5 machine of Giovanni Klein. It allowed Bullshine kind of pull that gap back in. Oh, contact off the wall. He's going to spin. He's going to lock it down on the apron. He's going to keep it together. No caution there. And actually, that brings up the yellow there, pulling back up on the racetrack. So the 45 hitting the wall off of turn number 2 and spinning down the racetrack.
I know,
actually didn't even hit the wall, just kind of lost it on his own. Got loose there.
Didn't get any damage though, thankfully, but he's still 5 laps down. Not sure exactly why he pitted twice, so he came out pit lane 2 times. So not sure if there was something wrong with his car there, but he is 5 laps down. He spins out there, but that's gonna help some of these drivers out. Just a 20 lap green flag run, pretty much. Trying to figure out what lane's the better lane and what inside outside, which one you prefer and which one's better for passing. But speaking of passing, let's see the most positions gained so far. And now it's Kyle Todd up to 7 positions. He started 13th, up to 6 now. Zachary Meredith up 3, Mark Kissenwiller up 2. So not a lot of movement throughout the field, but Kyle Todd, one of the biggest movers so far in this, well, the biggest mover so far in this race. A few drivers coming down pit lane. Actually, Todd did pit that last caution. Not sure if he took fuel only. His pit stop was about 10 seconds long. But Donnie Kite down pit lane, Nathan Johnson down pit lane. Only those 2 drivers down. Dylan Chappell, Nathan Fryer also down pit lane.
And Nathan Fryer down pit lane there, as I think Kyle Toppy pitted last caution, just coming down pit road. He knew as he was going to have to go to the back anyways for the first incident caused, so he moved back.
Now Sebastian Marion, Mark Kissenweather, 1-2 right now. Kissenweather fell off a little bit from Marion there late in that run, so we'll see if how he plays it out for these next about 20 or so laps till the stage. So let's see. I believe Chu's coming this time by most likely.
As Sebastian Marion take to the bottom. I don't. But interesting call there from Sebastian Marion. He stays out on the racetrack. A couple of guys pitted for tires. So we'll see this strategy, this difference in strategy this time.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different strategies. Nathan Fryer, Dylan Chappell only took fuel only. Looks like 6 seconds for them. But Donnie Kite, Nathan Johnson took tires. Those guys are in the lead lap. So we'll see what happens here with about 22, 23 laps to go for the stage.
As the pace car are going to take that hard left turn onto pit road, going to work our way down to the restart zone. And we are back underway here from Rockingham. As Sebastian Marion off to a great restart already. He's going to be clear of Mark Kissenweather going down into turn number 1. As we'll see the difference between drivers taking tires and not. So we'll see how much of a difference the tire wear will be. Jared Skinner and Giovanni Klein battling for third already as they go down into turn number 3. Klein get on the outside. He should be able to rock it off turn 4 here.
Side by side for the race lead now. Here comes Kissenweather trying to get his quarter panel as he is there almost through turn 1. Marion gonna get a good exit off of turn 2. He's got easily clear down the back. There's old contact. Klein around right in front of the field. He keeps it off the wall.
Locks
no
it down,
damage,
keep it
though.
Together. It's probably down to the bottom. So a little bit of contact there with.
That was Snyder maybe.
It's Jared Skinner. A little bit of
Skinner,
contact
yeah.
off of turn number 2.
Looks like Skinner's got tight. Maybe up the racetrack he goes. Surprise Klein. That could have been a lot worse right from the field there. But luckily they went to the middle of the racetrack instead of upwards a little bit. But no damage for Klein really, except a little contact to his left rear. Nothing too bad for the 5 machine. Looks like they actually more so came together. Let's take a better look at that one.
Yeah, Klein kind of came down off the corner, kind of arcing, and Skinner came up a little bit. So it kind of
they both
seems
kind
like
of
a racing incident there.
Yeah, they both kind of just met in the middle, I would say. Klein was kind of coming down and Skinner was coming up. I mean, at that moment off the 2. And Kyle Todd, what a move from him. Seeing that and just making that move. Let's go on board that 21 machine.
Kyle Todd splitting, just barely getting up there off of turn number 2. As you see, Giovanni Klein will come down about a half a lane there, and Skinner will come up off the corner.
Todd actually got into the outside wall trying to avoid him there.
Yeah.
Third caution of the night.
So we got third caution of the night there. So they'll put us under about 8:15 to go here for stage number 1.
Yeah, the
Just
top,
about 15 to go
the
when we
top
go back
6 do get stage points, so it's not the top 5 like maybe like a usual type of thing, but top 6 get stage points. Is the end of lap 48, so sorry, lap 49. Last week's winner, actually, Josh Adams, not in the session here. Won at Daytona last week over Cole Snyder, who's here. He's in 5th place right now. So Adams, the points leader, who obviously, because he won at Daytona, not here tonight. Side by side here, going green this time by, coming to lap 31. And drivers on those new tires, Donnie Kite right there in 11th, and Nathan Johnson in 12th. So they haven't really made up much spots there, but they didn't really have enough time to really do so. They had about a lap or so to do so, but that's really not enough time to use up those new tires, especially at a track like Rockingham, where it's a little bit tougher to pass compared to some other racetracks.
Especially, it's very tough to pass here at Rockingham if you can't get to the outside. But we'll restart this time with 18 to go here in stage number 1. So Zach Marin back in the lead, back underway to get out to a great restart. He's been great on these restarts all night long, and so far he keeps it together. Takes the lead over Mark Kissweather once again, clears down off into turn number 1. Jared Skinner is going to clear off at turn 2 down the back straightaway.
Fairing out inside, outside, middle. So many lanes you can run here at Rockingham that are pretty effective, but the outside has seemed like the best passing lane so far tonight. Kissweather staying close right now with Marin right now. Those two out front, pretty big gap to the rest of the field.
Yeah, Marin and Kissweather battling 1 and 2s. Kissweather keeping it right there with Marin, keeping him honest a little bit. Trying to build that race pace. He's got a little bit older tires now, as both of them do, as they've both stayed out so far. Just getting the wall off of turn 1 there. Staying kind of close to Marin, but down the back straightaway, going down into turn 3. We'll see if Kissweather tries anything. Not really close enough to make any move.
Yeah, he's staying with. Oh, he's coming down pit lane this time by actually. Zachary Merrick down pit lane. Mark Kissweather, excuse me, down pit lane.
Yeah, Mark Kissweather there, I believe he got a black flag for the restart zone, so just jumped the restart there and kept a high pace, so iRacing has penalized him there, so that's going to set him back. Now put him a lap down, most likely, as Marin's going to come off of turn number 4 to put him a lap down. But if he can stay out there till the stage, he should be A-okay. Should get his lap back, but that also hurts Dwayne Young, as Dwayne Young being 4 laps down, kind of now he's gonna have to hope for more yellows.
He has now side by side Jared Skinner and Kyle Taub. Taub on the inside, Skinner on the outside. Taub involved in that first lap wreck. He's up to 3rd place now. He was our biggest gainer. I think now he's up to 10 positions. Started 13th, up to 3rd. Now the outside lane. Can he make the move for 2nd? Looks like he will. Skinner gives him plenty of room off the exit of 2.
Skinner on the bottom, Taub on the outside lane. Taub can't really find the pace up there yet, like we've seen before. Taub trying to make it work. Still side by side with Skinner. Skinner making really good pace on the bottom.
Kissweather finally out of the stall there as he's coming on the pit lane, off of pit lane. He's going to be 3 laps down. Right there, you can see him right there on your screen coming off of pit lane as Taub finally clears Skinner for 2nd. As here comes Cole Snyder and Josh Arnold. They're looking for the top 3 right here to the stage. Oh, Skinner on the outside wall. It's going to give Snyder a huge run down to turn 1. He's going to look to the inside lane. Will it be enough, though? Side by side for that 3rd place spot. Watch out for Josh Arnold behind them. He can make a move here. 2 for 1 here into turn 3.
Yeah, Skinner now on the outside lane as he was on the bottom with Kyle Taub there. It's now Snyder on the bottom trying to make the move work. Can't get his way done. Josh Arnold trying to find his way by here as well. He looks like he's sticking with Skinner so far, but he could, watch out, he could try and stick it middle, try and make it 3. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. The move's been made, but there's Cole Snyder going to be able to clear Jared Skinner. Jared Skinner going to try and cross over off the corner. Looks down to the bottom here in turn number 1. Not able to do anything there. As Josh Arnold go up the racetrack, going to be able to clear him as well using the outside lane. As Jared Skinner falling back a little bit. Oh, but caught the wall hard on the turn number 2. Donnie Kite goes around and down the back straightaway. Donnie Kite hard on the inside wall there.
Major front end damage there. That's most likely his night over. He doesn't have some wheel damage, and he looks like he does. Oh yeah, airborne a little bit there actually. He's side by side with 55 Craig Barton. Contact. Oh, just a hard lick to the outside wall. Yeah, his night's definitely gonna be over there. So we can get a better view of that one. Off of turn 2, looks like Martin and him make contact, send him to the outside wall.
As here, it looks like Donnie Kite comes off the bottom just a little bit. Craig Martin, I'm not sure there.
I think
yeah,
Kite,
Martin looks like
Kite expected Martin to be a little further up. I mean, Martin was in the middle of the racetrack off of 2. You don't expect someone to be that low on the racetrack, but still, Kite just came a little bit more up off the bottom there. That definitely hurts Kite a lot more than it hurts Martin. There was a car behind, I believe it was Zachary Meredith. Let's go on board that 6 machine. Kind of see what he saw there. That brings up the caution here. We're very close to the stage, so no one's going to be coming out pit lane except those 2 involved in the wreck, Donnie Kite and Craig Barton. As Martin's coming off of pit lane right now. His damage still has some right front damage there, but he can probably easily get that fixed. He didn't get too badly damaged with the contact between him and Donnie Kite, but Kite is definitely going to be in the pit lane for a long time to get some pretty significant wheel damage. But here we go. We're going to restart here on lap 44, so we're going to be a 5-lap shootout for the stage. Remember, top 6 do get stage points here, so be interesting to see how hard these guys fight for those stage points. Probably not too hard, you know, still about 115 or so laps to go in this race, so quite a long way to go still.
off of turn 4, pace car come off, come off the racetrack, go back down to pit road. Once again, a great restart to be able to clear the rest of the field by a good margin, as looks like the leader has a pretty big advantage here on the restart compared to what we see at other tracks. Just kind of a little bit less bumpy down there, but he's rockets off to the lead again as Kyle Todd still slots himself into second.
We're still side by side here further on back for these stage points. Jared Skinner in 6. Here comes Ryan Klein looking for that stage point. Only 1 stage point for 6 though. But still, they're going to still be battling for that 1 point very hard here in lap 45. Klein going to clear easily. He's up to 6th place into the points. Here comes Snyder. He's looking to maybe make a move on Todd right here up ahead.
But down into 3 and 4, Cole Snyder able to use the middle. As up top, Kyle Taub taking it down into turn number 1 and 2. Able to use that outside lane to his advantage. Cole Snyder on the bottom. Able to make the move forward. Coming to 2 to go here this time here in stage number 1, so that will pit road will close this time by.
Here comes Klein. Almost got in the back of Johnson there for 5th. As here we go, coming out 47 this time by. Big move for Johnson to the inside of Arnold. Not quite there, but he really sent it in just 1. Arnold getting a good exit off of turn 2. Can Johnson do enough to maybe get up to that 4th place spot before this stage ends? Klein ripping the top behind him. Gotta watch out for that 5 machine. Here, Johnson right there. Klein with a huge run off of 1. He's gonna go to the inside lane. Off turn 4, excuse me. Going to turn 1. White flag in the air for his stage. Klein to the inside. Johnson gonna get exit off of 2. Unless Klein sends it here deep, I don't think he'll be able to get to that top 5 position.
Yeah, there's an extra spot here. So off of turn number 4, Giovanni Klein going to be 6th in the stage, as that will be stage number 1.
Caution flag flies as Klein's the last person to get the point, so got Sebastian Marin. He's got a 2-second lead over the field right there. Didn't even see him in the picture. And he's got to be thankful Mark Kissenweiler is still 2 laps down, because that's honestly his main competition at this point. But he is going to get a lap, his lucky dog here, so he's going to go 1 lap down here, and no one else is even close to that. So as long as he keeps it clean, when the caution flag flies after this one, he will get his lap back.
Yep, we'll see how, we'll see if he can get back on the lead lap. He's going to be 1 lap down here, so we'll see who comes out pit road this time under this caution. Assume everyone will probably come down pit road this time.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. You have 4 extra sets of tires, so you have 3 extra sets for 110 laps. That should be plenty of tires. Technically you have 4 total sets, but you have 3 extra ones for 110 laps. Yep, like you said, everyone coming out pit lane. Actually, a few drivers staying out. Meredith stays out because he just pitted actually 8 laps ago. And it was just a strategy there for that 6 machine. That's one to watch out for. He pitted the last caution, so we'll see if that pays off for him. So 4 tires for him that last caution on lap 40. But everyone else coming down pit lane.
Yeah, Sebastian Marin in the first box. He looked pretty far in his stall there. Yes, he did. He saw his car move back a couple feet, and he overshooting his stall. That could hurt him. We'll see if someone else can beat him off pit road.
Yep, they will.
The pit road.
A bunch
Will
of
Snyder,
people.
Kyle Top, and Josh Arnold will all get him off pit road. So Sebastian Marin going to have a little bit of work to do here on this restart.
Yeah, he's been out front all day. No one's been able to get around him yet, and we'll see how he does in that dirty air. How big will it affect him? But Zachary Meredith staying out on those 10-lap old tires there. Honestly, a good call for that 6 machine. I mean, you know when the caution's coming out, guaranteed caution on lap 48, 49. So, pretty good call for that 6 machine, I would say.
Yeah, trying to get his little bit of extra track position. He was running back there a little bit, so get that extra track position, get up front. We didn't really see those as Marin and a couple of guys up front. They stayed out. They really no one's able to catch them, even if they pitted on another time. So another caution. So really, tires. We'll see if those 10-lap older tires hold up for him. But still, long way left in this race. As Zachary Meredith chooses the outside lane for this restart.
There we go, going green this time as green flag's out. Barney waving that flag. Meredith with a great restart there. Snyder and Arnold side by side for second.
As Snyder and Arnold battling for second. As Arnold, can he stick to the outside there? Yes, he will. Down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3. Snyder gonna go up the racetrack, gonna keep Arnold pinned up to the outside.
Here goes Klein, 2 by 2 for second right now. Here comes Marin, maybe make it 3 wide for 4th. Is Marin stuck on the bottom there? Got 23 machines, one car. It's Donnie K actually coming off the pit lane.
Yeah, Donnie Hayes out of the way. You got pretty heavy damage after that last caution. As now Sebastian Mayer moves up to the top as everyone is trying to freight train that 21 of Kyle Taub.
Ooh, contact. Klein got in the Arnold there. Is Arnold way up the racetrack. Klein in the wall. Both of them in the outside wall. As Marin moves up to fifth, side by side for third. Taub on the inside. Marin now on the outside lane. As Marin gets up to fourth by a nose. Can he clear Taub off the exit of four?
Yes, he will. No, actually, no, he won't. Almost, yes, he will. Going down to the turn one. As Klein, a great save after that, after a lap to go. Able to keep going. Yeah, he's going to get to the outside of Kyle Taub there, but he got really loose on the outside. Great save again, but he's going to lose his spot to Jared Skinner.
Taub down the fifth. Now Marin up the third almost, and yes, he does. He does clear Arnold off the fourth. So Marin going to try to chase down Cole Sander as Zachary Marin about 6/10 out in front. Sander going to try to chase him down, but Marin also right behind him in third, not too far behind. Side by side quarterback, it's Dylan Chappell and Nathan Johnson, right? Eighth place spot.
Yep, still side by side between Chappell and that 76 machine of Nathan Johnson. Johnson can clear off a turn two. It looks like he got the wall there. Looks okay. So Nathan Johnson all clean and green so far. Still here from Rockingham, as this time by will be next time by will be 100 laps to go.
Actually, Meredith pulling away a little bit from Cole Sander right now. Interesting with 9-lap older tires. And so side by side, Jared Skinner on the inside of Josh Arnold. Now Klein to the outside lane. They're fighting for the 5th place spot.
Yep, still side by side there.
Side by side for second. Also up ahead is Marin, clearly ahead of Cole Snyder as he clears him off of into one, off of two. The single file out in the mid pack there as Arnold wins that battle over Klein and Skinner. Right now, Marin going to try to chase down our race leader, Zachary Meredith. Like Mark Kissel actually goes another. Actually, he has left the session. So Mark Kissel out of this race here tonight.
Yeah, I think he spun off a turn 4 and just kind of alt F4 a couple laps after that restart. I was going to caution out of the racetrack.
As Nathan Johnson around down the back straightaway, and Dylan Chappell also slow as well.
So it looks like Dylan Chappell and Nathan Johnson both involved there. And so it looks like here going down here through 1 and 2. So off into number 2, Nathan Johnson. No one close to him. Just loses it, overcorrects out of the wall, comes down into Dylan Chappell. Chappell really nowhere to go there.
Went under
and that's going to be, I think that might be both of their nights over. Actually, no, that is Dylan Chappell's night over, possibly. I think he broke that tire, hit an inside wall, and yeah, that is going to be that 17 nights over.
Nathan Johnson, he looks like he can keep going, but he definitely has some damage. But Chappell is definitely out of this race. He's not even able to get to his pit box. Still not in it yet, but his night's definitely going to be over prematurely.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for that 17 machine. Really nowhere to go. Nathan Johnson just lost it on his own right in front of him. Bounced off the outside wall and just right back into his path. Really nothing he could do there.
Very unfortunate there. I mean, they were battling a little bit earlier, and I mean, obviously, it was a pretty good battle between those two drivers, but Nathan Johnson, pretty major right front damage there for him, and obviously Dylan Chappell most likely going to go multiple laps down, if not out of this race here. Zachary Smith still out in front. He led those last about 9 laps or so, and no one was able to really catch him. Marin just got by Snyder there, so we weren't really able to see if Sebastian Marin was catching, but I'm guessing he was. But we'll see what Meredith does here. He's actually staying out again, so he'll be staying out for this caution. Not too surprising decision there. He's going to choose the outside lane. And we'll see how good a restart he gets as the cloud covers are going away. The sun is coming out. And that could heat up the racetrack for these drivers and make it a little bit different than what it was before. A quick look at our weather right now. 70-degree track temp. 100% humidity, so look at the history there. Track temp has been about the same. Same with the overall temperature, but the clouds are definitely going away, at least visually. You're agreeing with
The
the
pace car will go off this time. As you said, the sun's starting to come out just a little bit. That could heat up this racetrack, make this track a lot less grippy. So we'll see how the drivers handle the changing conditions with still a bit to go. Just over halfway to go here from Rockingham. See how pace car going to take that hard left turn onto pit road down the steep banking here at Rockingham. And we're back underway here from Rockingham, and Zach Meredith's a little bit worse restart compared to what he was before, but he's still going to easily clear down to 1.
side by side for seconds. Sebastian Marin and Kyle Taub. As Marin clears Cobb, as Taub looking for the crossover move, not enough momentum off of 2 to make it happen. Side by side in the back there, Skinner and Brock Morris. Meredith holding on strong for now, will nap into this run, but he's not able to pull away like he did last time, as Marin's right on his back bumper pretty much.
And Marin on the bottom, looking to the inside lane, not really able to get there yet, but Meredith probably going to stick up top. If you want to fend off Sebastian Marin, you don't really want to let him out front as he pulled away very early on. Just kind of keep your track position. You're going to play this safe here. Marin wants that lead. He's looking to the outside, but can't find his way by yet.
Meredith doing a great job defending, just not giving up the outside lane. Forcing Marin to make the move on the inside. But Marin at one point will have to go to the inside to pass Meredith unless Meredith makes a mistake as he's losing off of 4. And that's the mistake I was just talking about. And he goes from the lead all the way down to 4th and probably even worse than that.
He's going to fall back behind Giovanni Klein here. But she stayed there with Klein. Actually, she's going to slide in behind Klein. So Zach Meredith loose off turn 4, so lose him a couple spots in the race lead, but he'll fall back in front of his teammate up Jared Skinner.
That was Meredith in 5th place now. Went from the lead to 5th in 1 lap. But Marin out back in front of Taub and Cole Snyder in 3rd. 2nd and 3rd. We'll see if we have a green flag pit stop here. 75% fuel for these drivers, so they will most likely, I believe, have to make at least 1 green flag pit stop in this race. Don't know exactly the fuel number here. But actually, Snyder slow off of 4. Bad exit for him as here comes Klein challenging for that 3rd place spot. Oh, Klein hard on the wall. Crossover move didn't really affect him too much, as he's going to clear Snyder for 3rd there. Snyder might have an issue, actually. He's very slow off the pace.
They're falling off a little bit, falling back from Giovanni Klein there. Zach Meredith has an opportunity to get by here soon. So rip the wall, see if he can get to the outside of the 24 of Cole Snyder. Meredith not able to get to the outside. Cole Snyder still holding on to that 4th place position. As Giovanni Klein moves back up to 3rd. Well, still up in 3rd. You see Meredith, he's ripping the outside wall, trying to stay away from it as well. Don't want to get into it too much. You'll damage that right front as well. We also saw he got loose off of turn 4 when he was up in the race lead, but now battling for Giovanni Klein and Cole Snyder for that top 3. Snyder on the bottom, going to roll up the racetrack just a little bit. Just trying to dive it off the corner as Klein way up against the wall there. Perfect run off of turn number 2, and now Zach Meredith going to take that opportunity around Cole Snyder as well.
Got Snyder falling back quite a bit. As Meredith seemed to regain some of that speed he had earlier, even off that slide off of 4, that cost him the lead there. He's back up to 4th now, so let's see if we can count lock in a little bit here, I guess you could say, and see if we can make up a few positions because he's looking actually pretty quick, even though he has older tires.
Yeah, still looking in, running fourth, trying to get by Giovanni Klein. See if he can chase down Kyle Taub up there in second. Kyle Taub still holding on to second, staying about half a second back from our race leader, Sebastian Marin.
Yeah, Taub is actually closing the gap a little bit here on Marin. Not letting him get too far away, but side by side for third. Here comes Zachary Miff to the inside of Klein right now. And side by side through turn 3 and 4, Klein gonna roll the top, gonna clear off the exit. He stays in third for now. Like I was mentioning, Taub keeping pace right now with Marin right now. About 20 laps or so into this tire run.
Yeah, Kyle Taub staying very good pace, running the bottom, wrapping the bottom there, right against that yellow line. Sebastian Marin doing around the same down the back straightaway, entering 3. We'll see what how the lines differ here. As Marin actually going to run the top there in 3 and 4, but the side by side of third here between Meredith and Klein.
He doesn't do that for the past 3 laps or so. Klein wins another battle there, keeping Meredith on the bottom lane as Klein goes bottom this time. Interesting strategy call there, but he doesn't have enough space between him and Meredith. Ooh, Meredith gets loose again. I think that's the biggest difference between those old tires and newer tires, just how loose you get off the exit of these corners. Second time we've seen Meredith gets loose off the exit.
Yeah, Meredith, I think, struggling a little bit on that right rear tire as the track is heating up just a little bit, I believe, as the sun kind of start to see the sun come up just a little bit.
2 degrees hotter than it was last time we checked. So, coming through halfway in this race, and the track temps rising up just a little bit. It's 1 p.m. there in January 12th, which was today. So, knowing what I know, actually, Meredith on the inside right there on the apron, actually. That's how loose he got right there. His tires are pretty shot right now. He's been on these tires for about 40 laps. He might be looking to make a pit stop here shortly, but he still has 80 laps to go. So I don't know if he can really afford to do that right now.
Yeah, still 80 to go. I'm not sure what the exact fuel number is, but with the lower fuel, I don't think they can stretch at 80. So he's probably going to have to pit as soon as that window opens for his sake. But
he's in
we'll
the
have to keep
outside
an eye on
wall.
that.
He's really struggling with these tires. And they're only 9 laps older than the other drivers around him, so they're not extremely older, but I mean, sometimes these tires just kind of fall off a cliff at some point. And Marin out in front right now. He's actually in the wall also. But here comes Taub. He has a good run through 1 and 2, getting about 2/10 lap time. As Marin makes him stick on the outside lane. Now, really, this race is settling in for now, and fuel strategy and tire strategy are going to come into play here. These next 75 plus laps.
We'll see starting to fall off a little bit compared to Marin as everyone's still kind of spaced out a little bit, settled in here from here into this run. As Marin's still holding on to that 5th place spot after having multiple moments off the corner. Still holding on solid to 4th so far. Well fit.
Yeah, Marin stretching out that lead. 10th by 10th these last few laps. He's stretched it out to about 1.1 seconds. It was down to about 7/10, but he's stretching it out here, and this is really the difference between a good tire saver. And even though he's running the outside lane, his tires right now are a lot better, it seems like, than Kyle Taub's and the rest of the field. But Meredith again on the apron, losing off of 4. And that's the 3rd time we've seen him on the apron there off of turn 4. Being so loose. He's dropped himself off to 6th.
Yeah, really, I think he really overheated his right rear tire and just struggling now. It's kind of hard to cool it down once you get it heated up, and he's just really starting to struggle. He's just trying to hold on at this point.
Yeah, we don't really know exactly when the pit window opens and how much fuel how much laps they can go on this fuel. 75%, I would say probably around 70 laps or so, if my guess would say. I mean, I think you can probably go 100 or so on a full tank of fuel. Kind of like a Richmond or so. It's about Richmond length. That's what these lap times pretty much are. So I would say about 70-ish laps, which would be about another 25 laps for Zachary Meredith.
He's still holding on to 6th, but he's just struggling with that rear grip on that 6 machine. So I've only seen him really loose. Not a whole lot of other drivers have been getting super loose on the track.
Yeah, I feel like more of these drivers are getting tight and loose, but Meredith seems like to be the only one that really be loose. Maybe just his driving style is a little different than some other drivers on the racetrack, but this race is really just settling in. I mean, this is kind of the quote-unquote boring part until the strategy really picks up. So we'll see what happens here, but flying, closing the gap a little bit on top, but the overall gap to the leader stretching out pretty big, as it's like about 3 seconds between Sebastian Marin and Kyle Taub right now.
Yep, he's still holding on. Kyle Taub still in 2nd. Giovanni Klein there in 3rd. As the field is really starting to spread out now, as you see who's got the better tires.
And the mid-pack definitely is pretty close to about a second gap between each of them. So this tire strategy here is going to be really important from all the way to 2nd to 8th place. It's about 5 seconds to separate all those drivers together. So I think tire strategy, when you pit, undercut, overcut, and also if a caution comes out, when does that caution come out, and how many drivers have pitted if there's pit stops.
We'll see when pit stops happen now. We've been having green for a good bit now, so we'll see when some drivers come down pit roads. We're just over 60 to go, about 65 to go here.
Yeah, we've been green for around 44 laps on these tires in this fuel tank. Zachary Meredith being 53 laps actually, so he's about 11 laps, 10 laps ahead of these other drivers. So whenever we see him pit, just add 10 to everyone else pretty much. I'm guessing that's about how long you can go on fuel here. Yeah, very rough estimate though.
Don't have a fuel, yeah, you don't really have a fuel number, but assume about 80 to 90 laps on a normal full tank, so probably around 70, maybe 60, 75 laps on the estimated tank. Not entirely sure though, because just Rockingham not really ran and normally unofficial, so really none of these drivers really know exact fuel number until they really get running.
Right there, saw Josh Arnold around Zachary Meredith. They're at 6th place spot, so Arnold up the position there. Meredith down another one. Take a quick look at most positions gained so far. It's Kyle Taub in 2nd. Started 13th, up to 2nd now.
Oh, that's what
Caution is out
of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's Donnie Kite.
63 to go.
The leave around there. He's slow on the front straightaway. And that changes a lot there. So I think no more green flag pit stop in question there. With 60 laps to go, I think you should be able to make it on fuel, given our rough estimate. As Zachary Meredith went 57 laps there in his tank of fuel, so We'll see what happened there. Donnie came off of turn 4. Just lost it there. Coming across the line in the grass, sideways there. And caution flag flies here with 60 or so laps to go. We're almost to lap 100 here. Pretty much there. 99 as we cross the line in the pit lane. Here we go. This is going to be a big, important pit stop right here.
Big important pit stop. Don't want to make any mistakes. You saw Sebastian Marin under yellow a couple of yellows ago. He overshot his stall a little bit, and that cost him a good 3-4 spots. You don't want to do that again, but we'll see what that 23 can do down pit road this time by. Perfectly on his marks that time. As you see, everyone will come in and take 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. As Marin gets out first, Tobbs second, and Giovanni Klein will stay third. So the top 5 staying around the same as Zach and Marin. That really benefited that caution there. Just has some time. He's got to make his time back up, but he's definitely going to benefit from that.
Yeah, down to 7th for that 6 machine. He was first for a while, but seems like he has a lot better short run speed than long run speed. Seems like. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back before the green flag here at Rockingham. Actually, no, we were going green this time. That would be an extra lap. But anyways, so 60 laps to go, coming to 59. As Marin takes bottom, Tobb takes top. Here we go. Here's about to go off here. As here comes Sebastian Marin, going to lead us to the green this time by. Tobb on his outside lane. Marin has gotten really good restarts all night long. There's another one. Easily clear the field by 3 or 4 car lengths as Tobb and Klein side by side for second. Tobb is not able to clear Klein on the entry. Still side by side at the exit of the corner. Klein with a great restart there. Gets a bit loose off of 2 on those fresh tires. Klein up the racetrack, he goes on the entry. Still side by side for second. Let's get out Marin. They pulled away big time.
Yeah, Marin able to pull away and just put more of a gap to the rest of the field. Is still 58 to go. Long way to go here for Rockingham. These drivers battling for second between Kyle Tobb and Giovanni Klein. Tobb able to use the outside lane to his advantage.
Oh, contact!
Contact there.
And Skinner also way on the inside too.
Yeah, Jared Skinner, he lost it off of turn number 2, able to keep it together as Klein and Tobb still side by side there, but now Tobb's going to slide in behind. Well, Klein's going to slide in behind Tobb there.
It's a single file out for the most part, but still very close together in this mid-pack. We've seen the mid-pack very close all night long. That continues to be a similar theme with 57 to go. Fuel not an issue, it seems like, as ooh, Tobb gets. There's one car speed. Brock Morris around.
Turn 4. Yeah, Brock Morris goes around off of turn number 4.
Through the grass and around he goes. Stops into the infield grass there. Is not sure if he had contact or just got loose. We've seen a lot more drivers getting loose off the exit of the corners, pushing that hard.
Yeah, Brock Morris, I believe he just lost it on his own off of turn 4. I didn't see anyone else really get close to him before that, but here him off the turn number 4.
Yeah, just lost it. Lost it on his own there off the 4. Pushing hard there, trying to make up some spots. I believe he was maybe in 7th place. Yeah, he was in 7th place in front of Jared Skinner. So caution is out there. That puts Nathan Johnson, I believe, on the... No, actually, I read that wrong. Donnie Kite would get the lucky dog there. He's up. He's only 11 laps down now instead of 12, actually. Yeah.
So Sebastian still holds on to the lead with 55 to go. Not many laps on the tires there, so we'll see if anyone else tries to come down pit road and maybe top it off. If it was anywhere close, I don't think fuel was anywhere close, but see if anyone tries to come and take tires. I don't think it's really going to make a difference. As down to only 10 cars will lead lap here as well, so still a good bit to go. Kind of a shorter bit compared to what we've been, but 55 to go here at Rockingham. Feels like forever, but also can go by very quickly. It's only about 20 to 25 seconds lap time, so.
Longer this time it looks like here. Once again, Marin to the bottom, top to the top. Repeat of exactly what happened last time. Can anyone figure out these restarts here? So Marin does not get that good of a jump. I mean, Marin has gotten perfect restarts after perfect restarts over and over again.
Yeah, Marin's been very good on the restarts so far tonight. I mean, it really is just the leaders being able to rock it away here at Rockingham. That's kind of the characteristic of this racetrack. It's just kind of weird, kind of the front. It's like the front stretch, kind of like a weird tri-oval and quad-oval kind of mix. You got a weird like tri-oval-ish quad-oval type. As it helps the leader. But green flag back in the air as Marin shoots out like a rocket once again.
But Klein gets a great restart though. He's got a clear Taub. His Taub gets a tailboard restart on the outside. Arnold and Taub side by side for third. Arnold got clear off of two. Not enough. He was clear for a second, but Taub with a great launch off of turn two. But Klein up to second now. As can Klein maybe catch up to our race leader, Sebastian?
Car right at the end of the wall there. Off of
Brock Morris
three.
again. Around he goes, and caution flag flies. Back-to-back cautions for Brock Morris there.
See if he got any help this time at going into turn number 3.
Well, actually, he did. Nathan Fry got into the back end of it. Morris just could not save it enough, and overcorrects on the outside wall there.
Yeah, Fryer, I think, just kind of unexpected. Just tried to drive in a little bit deeper. Morris trying to check up a little bit earlier than Fryer thought, and Fryer really just got right in the back of him there, and sent the 05 around. So Brock Morris after self-spinning there, one caution to go, just big damage to the front end now. He should be able to, be able to get back going, but he's gonna have a lot of front end damage to repair.
Yeah, definitely. And it's gonna bring in another caution here. In the meantime, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag.
Look back here to Rockingham as just coming off that I believe fourth or fifth caution of the night, as Sebastian Marin in the race lead and Giovanni Klein in second. As we'll see what Giovanni Klein can do, as he'll be restarting in P number 2 this time, as Kyle Tom not really getting a great restart last time, so we'll see what he can do and try to regain that second place spot back this restart, as Sebastian Marin did perfect on these restarts all night long so far.
Coming to 49 laps to go. This is the crunch time here. These restarts are going to be extra important here coming to these final few laps. Pace car is off and away we go here.
Green flag back in the air. Sebastian Marin kind of shoots off like a rocket, but not as much as he was before, as Giovanni Klein stays right behind him again. As now he pulls away in through 1 and 2. Klein side by side with Kyle Top off of turn number 2, but down the back straight away, entering turn 3. Josh Arnold blinking out a little bit there between Kyle Top and Josh Arnold.
Klein clears.
Battle for third, holds on, but Tom getting a little bit loose on the bottom. Donnie Kent getting loose back there as well.
Yeah, side by side for third, Klein way ahead in second. As Arnold got clear easily. His Top stuck on the inside. Can he get in front of center? Yes, he does. As here goes Meredith. He's really quick on these short runs. Hasn't been able to do much since we've had back-to-back cautions pretty quickly. Can he make his way up to top 5? Maybe that top 3 position even.
Yeah, trying to work his way on the bottom right now, trying to find his way by Cole Steiner. Not doing anything so far. He slots up behind Cole Steiner. Still perfectly on the bottom so far. He's been one to struggle with the tire wear, so he's going to be careful on this last little bit. Doesn't want to overheat those tires.
Yep, can Josh. Oh, it's Todd very loose out before. Gonna be 3 wide into 1. Gonna be really tight. They cleared the 2. As contact.
Meredith, get in the wall, get into Snyder. Everyone keeps it straight. No
Meredith has wheel damage, I believe. Looks like he's stuck in the wall.
Big damage to the 6th car.
Yeah, his right front is completely destroyed. I don't think he's able to turn the race car effectively. He's way far back down to 10th. But let's take a look at what happened there. We have time. As we saw it live, we saw 3 wide action, and Snyder and Meredith made contact in the 1 there. Meredith slid up the racetrack right into Snyder. Both of them hard on the outside wall. Snyder now down to 6th place. He's not as damaged as Meredith though, but he is still slightly damaged though.
Yeah, he mostly keeps it together. As everyone kept it straight, so that's staying green here for Rockingham. Is Sebastian Marin's out in front by a couple car lengths over Giovanni Klein. Giovanni Klein still staying somewhat close, but we'll see how Marin pulls away, if he pulls away like he was before after a long run.
Yeah, Klein closing it a little bit. We'll see though.
Let's see, interesting here from Sebastian Marin. Marin's been running the bottom there in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4 he's kind of been migrating up towards about the middle to the top. So interesting lines there. Kind of using different lanes on each of the racetracks. You'll see here as Marin goes way up against the outside wall here in 3 and 4. So finding a lot of speed up there against the wall in 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, Klein doing a good job right now staying with him. But we've seen a lot of drivers be able to stay with Marin, but those after about 10 laps or so. Oh, as soon as that Klein gets really loose off the 2. But after about 10, 15 laps or so, they really start to fall off quite a bit. But we'll see, can Klein be the difference here? 41 laps to go this time by.
Klein still holding on to second as Marin still holds on the lead, as Arnold lurking in the just out of the frame, kind of in the shadows behind these two, still sitting in third solidly. But everyone's kind of settled in where they're running right now, and just kind of everyone's kind of starting to spread out just a little bit.
Yeah, Klein's still closing the gap a little bit here on Marin. We'll see if he can keep this pace up with 40 to go. I mean, it's still a long way to go, about 15 minutes race time, but 40 laps on the racetrack. But we'll see. It's pretty evenly spread out throughout the full field. The top 6 or so, top 7. Kind of see these top 7 really pulling away from the rest of the field. Snyder in the back there. Yeah, Craig Martin also a little bit further back too. with Brock Morris right behind him.
Yeah, Rockmore's trying to crawl back as he had heavy front end damage from that last caution.
As Meredith down pit lane, unfortunate front six machine. He led a few laps here with a strategy call that was looking like it was playing out pretty well, but got a little too loose off the floor there. That's kind of the downfall of his race there. Stuck in traffic and involved in that one. But right now, Klein still putting on pressure on Marin right now. One of the only drivers we've seen that able to put pressure on our race leader for tonight so far. We saw Mark Kissenweather do it a little bit, but Klein doing a great job. He's almost about a car length and a half back now. As now to the inside he goes. Do we see a pass under green for the race lead here on Marin?
Even Marin putting it right against the wall there in 3 and 4, able to get Rocket off of 4 as Klein still sticking to the bottom. That's where Marin is gaining his time. Klein not wanting to go up there yet. I think he's trying to save his tires more on the bottom still. Marin not afraid to put up against the wall in 3 and 4 there.
I think he kind of knows that Klein may be a little bit quicker right now, but if he can just hold on for a few more laps, Klein's tires are going to fall off the cliff. But we'll see how it plays out. We're 35 to go. These laps are clicking down here quite a bit.
Yeah, as Klein's starting to lose a little bit of pace now, as Marin's starting to pull away, ripping that wall in 3 and 4. It's like the Marin just ripping the wall now on both sides of the racetrack, just trying to get away, build a little bit of a gap to Klein. Knowing there's not a whole lot of this race left to go, even if he over burns his tires a little bit, he should be okay and be able to hold on.
Looks like Klein falling back a little bit there. That's what I said. About 10 laps later, Marin just pulls away a lot from the guy behind. So I think if we have like a 15 or so lap shootout, Klein could maybe do something here and maybe challenge the race leader a lot more than he did this time. But he has to hope for a caution in the right moment. But right now, it's looking like Marin is going to pull away big time here with 32 to go. The battle for third is still heating up right here as Kyle Taub closing the gap here on Josh on these last few laps.
Closing that gap a little bit. Taub's starting to fall off as he's ripping the top there in 3 and 4. They overheated his right front just a little bit. Have to keep an eye on it. Still 31 to go. Long way to go here. It's kind of in a way here from Rockingham.
Close battle on the racetrack is Brock Morris and Craig Martin. Craig Martin was in front of Brock Morris there, but Morris able to get by that 55 machine there.
Craig Martin trying to use the outside lane to his advantage, trying to get back to the outside of the 05 of Brock Morris. These two, as you already mentioned, these two closest on the racetrack. Everyone's just kind of settled in. I mean, tires already playing a factor. Everyone kind of in their line so far, in their position. Brock Morris running the bottom.
These two and seven putting on a show for us right now with 28 laps to go. The mid-pack's still not crazy far apart from each other, but there's a few tenths apart. Where if one driver makes a mistake, gets loose, gets tight, they hit the wall, then they'll definitely pounce on that position. But only about half a second between each of those drivers.
Yeah, it sounds like battle kind of closing down between Jared Skinner and Cole Steiner. That gap's about a half a second still, but those two staying relatively close. As Josh Arnold's actually been able to pull away from Kyle Taub, so Kyle Taub's starting to fall off a little bit there as well. So Jared Skinner could be under, could try and pass Kyle Taub here soon.
This time out will be 25 laps to go here for Rockingham. So this last 15 laps, as we mentioned, 40 laps to go. Still kind of a shorter point of kind of getting towards the home stretch of the race. The 15 laps clicked off just like that. 25 to go. Marin pulled away by 2 seconds over Giovanni Klein. And it's about Josh Arnold on back to about Cole Snyder. Still kind of all of them within about a half a second to a second of each other.
Yeah, just kind of see they're all
Brock Morris and Craig Martin.
pretty close together, but it's not close enough to battle. Which, like I said, just one mistake is all it takes for one of these drivers to pounce on each other. As Taub and the top 3 positions is definitely not locked in. Taub and Josh Arnold is very close together right now.
It's actually Craig Martin and Nathan Fryer were close there, but actually no, that gap is actually no. Brock Morris and Craig Martin still kind of 4/10 close to each other here, but those two still close on the racetrack as these drivers trying to find their way by each other. Is I mean, still got a big gap to gain as you saw Kyle Taub there getting loose off of turn 2, trying to push and trying to get up there to that 22 machine.
Cole Snyder closing in a little bit on Jared Skinner. I believe Skinner got around Snyder there. He missed that, I think. About 3:10 separate those guys. 21 laps to go. Like we mentioned, just kind of the race winding down right now. 20 laps to go into the home stretch. A lot of these drivers kind of seen the ends here more than the beginning of the race. I would say 20 laps to go, which is about 8 minutes real time. As here comes Snyder now on the back bumper of Skinner. Now crossover move.
Yeah, Snyder to the bottom, Skinner up on the outside lane is Snyder to the bottom. He's going to be able to get clear of Skinner, so Skinner really starting to fall off the pace now. As Snyder made that look easy, got down to the bottom easy there going down to the 3.
A great move there from Snyder as he goes up to 5th. Skinner drops to 6th. And Kyle Taub closing the gap even more here on Josh Arnold here with 19 to go. And Giovanni Klein, they're getting a little bit on that 5 machine up ahead for 2nd, too.
Yeah, Giovanni Klein struggling with those front tires now. He's fell way off the pace of Sebastian Marin out in front. As these two still battling for 3rd, Kyle Taub and Josh Arnold. But they're closing that gap down to Giovanni Klein. They're down to a 2nd in front of them now.
As here comes Taub to the outside of Arnold. Side by side for 3rd. Kyle Taub, Josh Arnold. Taub on the outside, probably easily able to get off of turn 4. And yes, he does. He goes up to 3rd. And they're closing the gap here on Giovanni Klein ahead, about a half a tenth quicker than him last time by. 17 laps to go. That's plenty of time to make up that gap for 2nd.
Plenty of time. Taub finally gets by. We'll see if he can chase down Giovanni Klein for 2nd. Good, great points day for him as he also started in 14 towards the back. So he's easily our biggest mover for tonight. And he's trying to pick up the 2nd place finish. This time by will be 15 to go for that 23 of Sebastian Marin. He's just trying to click off lap by lap, just trying to get this to the finish.
Hoping for no caution here. Caution would be not devastating, but not what you want when you have a 5-second lead over the 2nd.
Especially just trying to click those laps off. He's kind of in his own time zone at this point compared to the rest of the field, as everyone else is kind of starting to battle with each other. Giovanni Klein's actually pulled that gap over there back to 1.2, so he's able to still kind of manage his spot so far.
Most of these positions are pretty settled unless someone makes a mistake. 13 laps to go. You got Snyder, Arnold on top, closest together. You also have Morris and Martin haven't left each other alone this whole, basically last 30 laps, pretty much.
And these two are still closest on the racetrack, really. As Craig Martin trying to use the outside lane to try and get by, but Rockmore's perfectly holding on the bottoms. Martin can't really find his pace up there. As the laps are winding down, these two still battling for that 7th place spot. Rockmore's on the bottom. You see Martin drives it in very deep on the outside in 3 and 4. Close to the cat down the entry, but kind of loses it through the center with the shorter distance on the longer distance up there. Just can't really get the drive off that he wants from the outside lane. It's getting really far down. Trying to find any bit of drive he can, but still nothing working for that 55 machine yet.
Yeah, these two have been going at it for these pretty much last 30 laps, like I said, 20 laps or so. And Morris got around Martin, but Martin hasn't really let Morris get away from him too much. He can still get up to that 7th place spot, getting some more points for him in the championship hunt.
Yeah, that can an extra point can matter, as I kind of mentioned mentioned it last week, but it's just different kind of point system as you normally see, but long 36 race season, but it is split into 9 race quarters, and kind of champion at every quarter of the season. So, and of course they always make it to the chase at the final quarter, but every point they still have something to fight for towards the quarter points of the season.
Yeah, very unique point system here, but kind of splits up a little bit more even, and so you can actually kind of manage it a little bit more in a long season. But here comes Snyder now on Josh Arnold for our 4th place spot. As coming 7 to go this time by. These 3 positions are still in effect here from 3rd to 5th. They're all pretty close together, but Snyder and Arnold are the closest right now on the racetrack.
And these two battling for 4th. This Arnold trying to starting to fall off the pace now with 5 laps to go. Well, 6 to go here from Rockingham. This battle for this top 4 spot is going to become pretty feisty.
Yeah, how aggressive will these guys be? Knowing how these guys drive, I don't think they'll be super overly aggressive, but they'll definitely try to get those positions, though, as much as they can.
Yeah, trying to fight for those spots as Cole Snyder trying to find his way by with 5 to go here from Rockingham. You see Snyder putting up against the wall there in 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. He's got a good run on the 22 of Josh Arnold, but he's going to stick to the outside lane. He's trying to cross him up there in 3 and 4. Arnold maybe slightly grabbed the wall off of turn 4. Not enough for Snyder to take advantage. Just going down to the turn 1. He's the
oh,
inside,
here comes Snyder. Good run. He's going to clear.
Arnold had to back out of it. He's going to get into the wall there. And now Cole Snyder able to take 4th. Does Arnold have anything to fight back? He's just losing time now.
3 to go now, as Marin has a 7-second lead almost over Javon Klein. He's put on a clinic tonight. Pretty much led every single lap almost this entire race. You know, he had a few stints there where he was restarted around 6th place or so, but he fought his way up to the lead there, and now with 2 to go, unless the caution comes out in these next 1.017 miles, he's going to go to the victory lane here tonight in Rockingham, North Carolina.
He's been perfect all night long, able to save his tires as well. And able to be perfect on these restarts as well. He's been pulling away by a lot on the restarts. Got a couple drivers trying to get to him, trying to get by him, but he just managed his tires perfectly, made less mistakes. But now he takes the white flag. 1 to go here for Rockingham. Sebastian, man, almost about to put Donnie Kent another lap down, but overall, it's been a dominant performance from that 23 machine tonight. Lost the lead after a couple pit stop strategies, but in a pit stop mistake, but through 3 and 4, out of his own time zone,
Sebastian Aaron is going to win at Rockingham.
And all the positions in the back stay the same. As you can see, Snyder stays ahead of Arnold there as close about on the racetrack, and Cobb stays ahead of Snyder also.
Sebastian Aaron picks up the win, able to be dominant performance tonight. He's gonna burn it down here on the front straightaway. As Merritt celebrates and burns it down here from Rockingham, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our top 3 interviews.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
Welcome back here to Rockingham as we just finished up tonight's race. Before we get to our top 3 interviews, we're going to take a quick look at our results for tonight's race. That's 160 laps here for Rockingham. Came down to Sebastian Aaron winning by 7.5 seconds over Giovanni Klein. Kyle Todd picking up P number 3. Cole Steiner finishing 4th. Josh Arnold will finish at P number 5. Jared Skinner will finish 6th. Brock Morris finishing 7th. And Craig Martin, our last driver on the lead lap, finishing 8th. Nathan Fryer finishing 1 lap down in P number 9. Zach Meredith rounding our top 10 tonight. Finishing 11th would be the 2 machine of Donnie Kite. Nathan Johnson finishing in 12th. 13th will be the 45 of Dwayne Young. 14th, Dwayne Chappell. Dylan Chappell in 14th and 13th, Dwayne Young. Mark Kisweiler will round our 15 car field tonight after being in an incident early on. And took him out of this race.
Look at that, you finished 16th in the booth. Congrats, Aaron Brown.
Yeah, I guess they felt bad for me. They wanted to put me on the race results sheet for some reason. But Mark Kisweiler, our last driver on the actual results sheet that actually raced. So, but Those are race results tonight. We'll bring in our race winner now of Sebastian Marin, able to pick up his debut win in his debut start as also only race 2 of the season, but able to get the win done. 7.5 seconds tonight. Dominant performance. How's it feel to get it done?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Pretty smooth sailing. Obviously, debut start here. I don't know. Just got to the front, kind of controlled the pace. I've had experience running these cars around here before, so I kind of knew what to expect handling wise. What tire was going to be the one that I had to take care of. So yeah, I think it was just past experience just helped me out this time, but I don't expect it to be like this for the races to come. But overall, can't be too disappointed with that. Obviously, overall a good race. So
Yeah, walked away with the win, and you noticed you mentioned the tires, and I seen you you're running the kind of the bottom to kind of start the run, and you kind of stayed to the top in 3 and 4 both times, kind of the whole time. But how different was the lanes, and how were you able to save those tires out there tonight?
well, for 3 and 4, the bottom. I don't know why it never seemed to keep the tires on as good as the top in 3 and 4. So that's why I never ran down there. I just ran the top because it just always felt like every time I would do a run, the tires always looked better up top and it was quicker. So I just ran the top in 3 and 4 the whole time. And then in 1 and 2, I just ran the bottom in 1 and 2 because it was similar on pace, but I think it was a little better on tires, especially on entry. So I just ran the bottom for a couple laps, let them, catch up, get in my dirty air, kind of let them push to me. And then after I was done saving, I just ripped the boards both ends. Hit the wall a couple too many times, that more than I wanted to. So decided to run the bottom a couple times after doing that. Didn't want to, overheat the tires or people expecting me thinking that I was wall riding. So yeah, thankfully this car is robust like it is, because any other car, the right side would have been KO'd off of it. So yeah, overall just a good race. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, still dominant performance for you tonight, able to get the win. But before we send you off on your way, any sponsors I think for tonight's race win?
Yeah, I'll like to thank the Nexus Esports team for letting me run this paint here, and shout out to them for being for letting me be on their team. And yeah, and thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and the owner for letting me run this league. I know it seemed a little bit like what people used to say, bushwhacker, but I've known some of these guys since way back, so I'll be coming in here time to time just to have fun, have a good time. Hopefully, have good battles, and some people can learn a thing or two off of me, and who knows, maybe I can learn a thing or two off of them. So
Yep, able to pick up the win tonight, and very talented performance once again. Congrats on the win, and we will see you now. Hold on, I forgot gotta get the schedule back up. Let me get that from Donnie real quick. All right, got that. I'll see you next week at Las Vegas. So there we go.
yes, sir, that should be a fun one. That's a great track.
Yep, our race winner Sebastian Marin. We'll see him next week at Vegas. We'll bring in our second place finisher of Giovanni Klein. So Giovanni Klein able to pick up a second place position there. Kind of that last run, he kind of stayed close to Marin for a good chunk of that run, but the tires just started to fall off for it. And how did the tires handle? How did the tire wear was tonight, and how tough was out there to handle it?
It was pretty difficult. Honestly, I'm personally still trying to figure out that long pace, even, how these high-end drivers somehow can keep a short pace and a long pace. And I'm personally, I have that short pace. I'm just trying to figure it out, that long pace. And obviously throughout the run, the car got real tight.
Yeah, we've seen a couple drivers get loose, a couple drivers get tight. Most of the drivers got tight, but we did see a few get loose out there and just able to kind of burn out their right rear a little bit more. But also the difference in lanes we've seen as well, and also with the passing as well. You got to work your way through the field a couple times. How tough was out there the pass tonight, and what lanes you were able to use?
Quite difficult. Me personally, I'm a big high line, but this race I told myself, run the bottom, be patient, save the tires, because this track is one of the weird ones where you can run the top and save tires for the medium run, but not that long run. So I told myself, be patient. Nope, not a lot of guys are going to be on the bottom. So I just, dirty air, just keep it low and just work my way through.
Yeah, still able to pick up a P number 2. But before we send you off on your way, Andy sponsored the link for tonight's second place finish.
Yes, I'm for my own designing company is Cheesy Designs. That's a big shout out, and then also Pizza and Wings Gaming as well. Go subscribe to them.
Once again, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you next week in Las Vegas.
Too.
All right, there's our second place finisher of Giovanni Klein. We'll bring in our third place finisher here of Kyle Taub, our third place. Kyle Taub finishing P number 3. Also, our biggest mover of the race, able to work his way through the field multiple times tonight. How tough was it out there to pass, and how are you able to get move your way through the field tonight?
Those guys at the front, just about everyone kept their tires in check for the majority of the run. There wasn't a difference in terms of tire fall off throughout the entire run. It was pretty gradual, so any little tire advantage, if you just got stuck in dirty air, you weren't going to pass.
Yeah, you're still able to get by there. And how tough was the dirty air tonight as well with the tire wear, and how much did that affect tonight?
At least for me, it felt like once I got into someone's wake, the car wouldn't stick to where I was putting it. Felt like I was eating up the right front a little too much, sitting in dirty air.
Yeah, you're still able to you're still able to prevail up the tire wear, able to hold on to third as you're kind of falling back to the clutches. You're able to get to Goldsteiner and get by Josh Arnold there late, and you able to still hold on to P3. But before we send you off on your way, Andy sponsor thank you for tonight's third place run.
Yeah, team sponsor Coulter's Cards and Go Cards, and then myself, Tubbs Graphics. You can find me on X at Beast FTSE. That's all I got.
All right. Once again, congrats on your third place run. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
See you. Thank you.
So our third place finisher of Kyle Taub, and he was able to work his way through the field tonight after biggest mover of the night, up 11 spots. So a great run for that 21 machine tonight. And overall, it was a very fun race to watch out there tonight. It got strung out towards the end. We saw the tire strategies work out, and they were able to and just Sebastian Man able to master the tire wear perfectly there, and he pulled away by 7.5 seconds and never looked back. It's got out front, never looked back, and took out the win. But any final thought? What's your final thoughts for tonight, Talon?
Yeah, you summed it up pretty well. I mean, we had some cautions there. We thought we'd maybe see a group by pit stop there in the midpoint of the race, but some cautions there with about 50 to go and went green the whole way. And I thought the battle was pretty good there in the mid pack and up front even, but no one had any pace for Sebastian Marin really this whole race.
Really dominant performance tonight, and he was able to perfectly handle everything tonight, able to get that win. But coming up here on the channel soon, we got the next week at Vegas. We'll come back the next week at Vegas here for the Stampede Racing League race number 3 of the season. But coming up next on the channel, we'll have the Bolt Tuesday Thunder will be going to Daytona, and then also the next night the Superstar Arca Cup will be going to Dover, and the NAR will also be going to Daytona, just like the Tuesday Night Thunder on Tuesday. NAR will be going to Daytona on Friday night, but the Bolt Grand National Series, they'll be going to the road course of Lime Rock Park next Saturday. We'll be also, once again, next Sunday, we'll be going to Las Vegas. We'll see if anyone tries to gamble any strategies there at Las Vegas. But it was a very fun race out there tonight. But I was happy to be in the booth here again with Talon Drake. I'm Aaron Brown, and joined alongside my producer and co-commentator of Talon Drake. So long here from Rockingham, and we'll see you next time here on the Legends Racing Network.